With a new greenhouse update that has come out a few weeks ago, most people have been busy trying to get themselves a new Helianthus armor, spending billions upon billions to get the first rose dragon egg, and trying to get all the new farming content done. And although myself, I'm not very good at farming, I just can't help but notice that this update has added something very interesting, and it pertains to dungeons. It's the crow pet, which, even though it is objectively better than, for example, a sheep pet, barely anyone has talked about it, so I'm here to tell you why you should be using a crow pet instead of a sheep pet. If we take a look at the auction house for level 100 sheep pet, if we look here, we'll find a level 100 sheep pet at legendary, and you'll see it grants plus 100% intelligence and plus 20% ability damage. It has 3 perks. The first one is Mana Saver. It reduces the mana cost of abilities by 20%. Pretty useful if you're if somehow you're running out of mana to do, for example, Wither Impact, which you shouldn't, since by the time you're using a Hyperion, you should have absolutely busted intelligence by that point. So that's pretty early game. I don't know how early game that perk is designed to be, but it's probably designed for really early in the progression. Next up, we have Overheal, which grants a 10% shield after not taking damage for 10 seconds. I don't know what the shield is. The wiki probably explains it. The wiki probably doesn't. I'm guessing it's either health, defense, or absorption. But, if you're in a position where you're not going to be taking damage for 10 seconds, which is a relatively extended period of time, it's probably going to be because all the mobs are dead. So, I don't see much use with this. It could have a really niche use, and I could be completely wrong with this. But, on the surface, it doesn't have the best wording, it doesn't have the best phrasing. And finally, we have the Dungeon Wizard perk, which increases your total mana by 25% while in dungeons. Now, on the surface, this seems great. More abilities, you can spam Wither Impact even more. Goes hand in hand with Mana Saver. That's when you remember ability damage and your damage as a mage, it scales with intelligence. So this doesn't really help much. You just get to spam your abilities slightly more, but it doesn't actually. It could help with DPS, but it's not the best. It's the best budget. It's the best budget pet for mage, but it's far from perfect. And now let's look at the crow pet. Unfortunately, we only have level 1 legendary crow pets on the auction house, so I have an image in front of me that I'm using for reference. It grants plus 150 intelligence and plus 20% ability damage, which is significantly more intelligence than the sheep pet, so it's going to be better for damage. The quick hands ability, though, it's not very useful in my opinion, especially for right click mage. It could see some usage with left click mage if you're using the abilities there as well. For example, giant sword, which it's a really good weapon, but it's not worth the price, and you should never buy it. You should always try to drop it if you can. But if you look at a Hyperion, for example, mana cost 149, no cooldown. Spirit Scepter, which is what you're probably going to be using before. If you look here, mana cost 99, no cooldown. So, yeah, essentially, that first perk, it's not great. I have to admit, it's not great. So next up, we have Camouflage, and this is goated in my opinion. After casting an ability, it increases your defense by plus 20 by plus 20 for 20 seconds. And since you're going to be spamming your abilities a lot as a right-click mage, and it caps at 500 defense, this is essentially a permanent 500 defense across the board. It's literally refrigerate light. It's literally refrigerate light. It's one of the best perks for mage in my opinion. It's so unbelievably good, especially when you consider that a lot of mage gear it's gonna lack a lot of health, it's gonna lack a lot of defense, it's gonna lack a lot of effective HP, and that's gonna make mages very squishy. So with this perk, it just gives you plus 500 defense across the board. It's incredibly useful, and I cannot suggest it enough. Insightful, it grants a plus 15% chance not to consume mana when casting ability. I guess it could be very useful for DPS. It could be very useful for DPS, I suppose. And bottom line, yeah, Crow is just better, and not enough people are talking about it. So that's it, right? There's no reason not to get a Crow pet. It's just objectively better than the sheep pet in every way. Well, not exactly, because it's a bit of a pain to get. So first, if I do /recipe Crow, You see, it takes 64 Enchanted Moonflower, and it's unlocked at Moonflower Collection 4, which is, you know, it's unlocked at Garden level 11, and it's going to be a bit of a pain to get that since you'll need to unlock the Sunflower Collection and the Moonflower Collection and stuff, and you'll need to get those from pests like the Praying Mantis or the Dragonfly or the Firefly and stuff. I believe the Praying Mantis it gives wild roses and is completely unrelated, but I can't seem to think of it off the top of my head right now. And you'll see the level 1 crow, it's a bit underwhelming, so if you want to upgrade it, you're going to have to do a lot of things in the greenhouse. You're going to have to experiment with a lot of mutations, and that's because to upgrade it, you're going to need a lot of coins and a lot of mutations. So I'll show a picture of the cat upgrade cost here. To upgrade the crow pet from common to uncommon, you'll need 250,000 coins and 128 enchanted moonflower. To upgrade it from uncommon to rare, you'll need 1 million coins, 4 compacted moonflowers, and 2 veil shrooms. To upgrade it from rare to epic, you'll need 5 million coins, 8 compacted moonflower, and 4 dusk blooms. And to upgrade it from epic to legendary, you'll need 10 million coins, 16 compacted moonflowers, and 8 do not eat shrooms. And obviously, all of these have their own paths, all of these have their own stuff. I can't exactly think of it off the top of my head right now, but I will provide an image to show just everything that you need to get all of those mutations, which it's gonna be a lot. So, in conclusion, the crow pet is objectively better than the sheep pet, but you're going to need to do a lot of farming to get the requirements to use it, and it's going to take a lot of time and a lot of effort, and you'll need a lot of time commitment to be able to get it to legendary, which it's very time consuming, but in my opinion, it's well worth it. It completely outclasses the sheep pet. It's infinitely better, and it'll be the best right-click mage pet until you get something even better. So thanks for watching the guide, and I hope you had a Merry Christmas. I'm sorry for not making any announcements then, and I hope you have a Happy New Year. And if this video comes out after the New Year, well, it's gonna be very, very awkward, and if that happens, then I hope you had a Happy New Year. But yeah, this is Wamakazi. Hope you had a good year. Hope you had an excellent 2025. 2025 was excellent for me, in my opinion. And I'll see you next year.